thing that was wild about Spectrum shows is the fact that, like, from the early 70s probably to the late 70s till that incident with the Who in Cincinnati when there's 10 or 11 people got crushed, you used to have dance concerts. For the 80% of the shows are probably dance concerts, which meant it was all just festival seating. Whoever got there first got the best seat. They would have, like, on the floor, it'd be the hockey rink set up, where it would just be no seats on the floor, it'd be totally empty, and people would just rush into the building to get down onto the hockey rink floor to get closest to the band.
Yeah.
Because that was like 80% of the shows, at least, till, you know, that Who incident. Then they stopped the dance concert thing for the most part.
No, 84.
For the most part,
yeah,
they did.
Bluish to Cult was one, and then
yeah, they had them still, but there was they were less than what.
Yeah,
they
Judas
used to
Priest
be.
was one. Judas Priest and Great White opened for that. That was probably in, I don't know, July '84 or June.
There was a lot of bad incidents. Spectrum crowds weren't too good. I remember Jimmy Page being quoted saying the Spectrum was like the most insecure concert hall in the country or the world. The security was really lax, and there was the Aerosmith shows where they got firecrackers thrown at them and beer bottles, like around 77, 78 period when Styx opened for them. And there was supposedly a show in 73 when Ian Anderson got hit by somebody, and they didn't come back till 75 or whatever. And there was I remember going to see a show, like there was Brownsville Station would open up for Slade and JoJo Gunn, and Slade was the headliner. Of course, they were a horrible band. They were just terrible. They were a big English phenomenon, but they were just really horrible band. But Brownsville Station comes on, and people are throwing cigarettes at them, soda cups at them, beer bottles at them. And Spectrum crowds could really be brutal. A lot of, crazy incidents that happened up there. But, I mean, overall, the Spectrum was like the #1 concert hall arena for a lot of years. And Billboard, they'd have the Billboard rating of it. It was definitely like a #1 place. And it was a cool place. Like I said, I have a lot of memories there of a lot of shows I went to. It's really, neat place to see a lot of concerts. It's going to be missed, I guess Bruce Springsteen's going to play there again. I mean, who cares about him, Born in the USA, I was born in the USA. Yeah, parochialism going amok, all the New Jerseyans and the Pennsylvanians and the New Yorkers are all into this singer-songwriter imbecile from, Asbury Park, New Jersey. He still hasn't written a good song. He can't play guitar. His band sucks. The whole deal's a big joke. I mean, he's just horrible.
Yeah.
He's probably the most overrated rock star ever. It's just sickening, the whole, deal in this area with him, But,
yeah, and it's like, I remember when,
I don't remember.
What was that later
I don't recall.
Later on in '85, I think it was Night Ranger and Starship Show, I think.
Oh,
or was that '86?
That was horrible.
Later on. Night Ranger were good that night, but
Sister Christian.
To me, they were basically just what I saw that night.
Here's what they were, ready? And you can still rock in America all day, all night. Yeah, there you go. Wasn't that them?
Yeah, but what I saw that night was
Hey, Kenny, don't quit your day job, man.
Yeah.
You're not going to get into singing, that's obvious.
Yeah. Night Ranger.
Night Ranger!
Yeah. Night Ranger were good. That was before they had a job. Yes.
Night Ranger.
Now, they were okay, but they were like basically just putting on the same show that they put on 2 or 3 years earlier.
Didn't they launch our concert career?
What's that?
Didn't they launch our concert careers in the 80s?
Yeah, you can still rock in America.
You used to have that Red Skylark. You used to blast that in there.
Yeah.
Night Ranger.
Yeah, Night Ranger.
Remember Sister Christian? Sister Sloppy?
Yeah.
What was it?
Sister Christian. And then, of course, the following
Sister
year,
Sebastian.
yeah, 86, brought Rush back, and I saw both shows, both nights, Power Windows Tour, and...
well, Rush have to be one of the bands that played there the most.
yeah.
I guess it's what, the Grateful Dead played there probably the most, and what, Elton John, Reginald, Kenneth Dwight, Elton John,
Yeah.
and Billy Joel, and I guess
And
Jethro Tull played there a lot of times, Chicago, bands like that.
yeah. I saw Jethro Tull there in 1989 with It Bites was a group open for him.
It Bites.
Yeah. But Rush, they had Blue Oyster Cult opening for them. I believe it was April 86.
It Bites. Wasn't Jonathan P. Casey into them?
Yeah.
Weren't they on Cameo Park? Different era, I'm sorry. That was D.D. Sharp, wasn't it?
Yeah. But they...
Oh, you're going to do...
No, Rush was... I just wanted to mention about Rush. I continued to see them there every tour except the one tour I missed, Hold Your Fire, and then years later, started playing the East Center, Sony Blockbuster East Center.
And the Wachovia.
Camden,
the new
Wachovia,
building.
And
the big house.
Van Halen, BTO, I saw in 86 at the Spectrum, and...
well, the deal with the Spectrum is it became obsolete because you don't have the club seats there, you don't have the luxury suites. It was like, a building from the 60s. It was cool. I mean, now all these buildings, you got to have a cigar club and 50,000 restaurants and souvenir stands. And, like this Wachovia Center, it looks like it's twice the size of the Spectrum. The Spectrum had, they had enough concession stands and souvenir places, and when you left there, you got a pretzel or whatever from one of those vendors or something, and it was good enough. I mean, to me, going to a concert's all about the music, not about, whether I can sit outside and smoke 20 cigars or, drink 59 bottles of whiskey or beer or whatever,
Yeah, then there was Electric Factory, 20th anniversary of Electric Factory concerts.
Oh, yeah.
In 88.
88, yeah.
I was, Iron Butterfly was there, Spirit was there.
Dun, 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 dun,
baby. Spooky song, but on their instruments, very sloppy on their instruments, but
well, the deal with
they
that,
had an eerie, spooky, weird, psychedelic, freak out song.
The whole deal with that song was, like the DJ was playing that, you knew he was going to the bathroom, for like 10 minutes, because, the song was like a 17-minute song, so he'd go to the bathroom and take his time, or he or she, whatever.
But like I was saying, it was at this 20th anniversary for Electric Factory. I guess they started in 68.
I got a line on you, babe.
Spirit was there. Spencer Davis group, Chambers Brothers.
1984, knocking on your door.
That was one of our anthems for 1984. That was our song, man.
Well, we seen him in the Chestnut.
We saw him, Spirit, at the Chestnut Cabaret do 1984. And I remember Randy California standing up there holding his guitar saying, when I wrote this song, I never thought that in 1984 I'd be standing on stage doing it in 1984.
Spirit, epic recording stars. Jay Ferguson, John Locke, Mark Andes, Ed Cassidy, Randy California. Too much information, Cutter.
When did he write that song, 1984? What was that, 60,
that was probably like
70?
late 60s when we were doing all 12 Dreams, the Dr. Sardonicus, Clear Spirit, The Family That Plays Together, all those albums.